little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. Of dungeons and douchebags. Long ago, the land of Irion was governed by many majestic empires. The humans of the plains, the elves of the forest, the Oreads of the mountains, the Merrow of the oceans, and the kobolds and Okiti taking what was left. But, as is so common amongst all with darkness in their hearts, those who had power would not be satisfied until they had more. War broke out, alliances being made and broken in a second, as the once civilized races slew each other in droves in vain attempts to get one more seat of power. The kobolds, on the brink of annihilation, sought out a new draconic god who would protect them. Instead, they found Jagotha. A powerful and terrible dragon, Jagotha cared not for the suffering of those around him. Taking advantage of the warring continent, Jagotha razed Irion to the ground, seeking to carve a mighty empire in his name. A last desperate alliance stood firm against Jagotha, and after a terrible battle, the dragon was finally slain. With Irion torn apart, and no one in any shape to continue the war, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. Now, many years later, Irion has started to rebuild, and the Age of Clockwork has begun. And our unlikely heroes, gathered first to celebrate a harvest festival, may soon find themselves at the center of another war. Trevlon, the halfling bard.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this mystery. Right after I've had this little nap.
Corellian, the kobold paladin.
You must understand, I will do whatever it takes.
Malifang, the half-elf rogue.
You have me rather curious. Tell me something about you.
Thavagath, the Goliath barbarian.
With victory comes honor. And goes.
And Momo, the Arakakra cleric.
You seem tense. Let me help you.
From humble beginnings, these brave adventurers may soon find themselves the key to saving the fallen empires. Last time on Dungeons and Douchebags, Fallen Empires. A hero set off across the plains of Irion to reach the city of Shimmering Lights, the beautiful and crystalline city of the Merrow. On the many days' journey there, they passed through several strange encounters, including an artificial fog from the south that was poisoning animals, but no humanoids, and a mysterious elven woman appearing in Corellian's dreams. Upon arriving at the city of Shimmering Lights, they discovered that it indeed earned its name by being carved out of crystals that glimmered in the light. Our heroes then went to the docks to see if they could find the source of the strange black goop that was polluting the city, and quickly discovered it was some form of oil, similar to that they put in lamps. And after some more investigation as to what there was to do in the city, our heroes came back together and found themselves standing before the rubbery mass of something that looked to have been a living Merrow. What caused this strange death? Why are the kobolds offshore digging for oil? Can Alex get through this session and get to a cliffhanger in record time to allow him to catch a 5:30 in the morning flight? Find out on the next episode of Dungeons and Douchebags, Fallen Empires. Hello and welcome to Dungeons and Douchebags Fallen Empires. As usual, I'm your host, Alex, and I'm slowly dying inside because tomorrow I have a flight that leaves at 5:30 in the morning. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Kill me. With me, as always, are my lovely crew, Atlas.
I'm also dying inside. My flight leaves at 9 and I haven't packed yet.
Mm-hmm. We have Jojo.
Hello, I'm also dying inside. For no reason!
Yeah.
Oh, well, one up us all.
One up us all, fine. We have Scott.
Hey, joke's on you fuckers, it's 75 degrees in my room, I'm already dead.
Oh, a mere 75 degrees, you say?
Send me your weather, you fucker. Send it to me.
75, try 90.
Yeah, we have Phil.
You win.
Please send me your will to live in a bottle.
I'll send you my tears, Phil.
And we have Walrus.
As the sole owner of clownfunerals.com, contractually I have to be dead, so it's fine.
Oh, please bring back clown funerals. I need
Clownfunerals.com!
I can't believe we brought back clown funerals in my stream.
It's never left!
Hi, welcome to Clown Funerals. You stab him, we slap him. How can I help you today, sir?
Oh.
Jojo.
Honk honk!
Honk honk, how would I help you today? We could spruce up your funeral with a small or large clown at your convenience. Disclaimer, all clown feet are large. That can't be changed.
All the clowns are dressed like the Grim Reaper, but with rainbow.
Well, fallen empires.
Well, Fallen Empires!
Fallen Empires!
Fallen Empires.
Fallen Empires.
So, last time on Fallen Empires, our heroes arrived at the city of Shimmering Lights, the city of the Merrow. It's called this because its real name is incredibly hard to pronounce, even by the Merrow. So there you go. They did a little bit of looking around, like in a brothel at one point, and in the local holy library. And now that the group's all gotten together, they accidentally found/stepped on the rubbery mass of a corpse that used to be a Merrow, presumably. And also, before the stream, we got enough bits to draw from the deck of magic things.
Oh no.
Oh, whoa,
Kyle wants to know is if his new card is in the deck.
Is Kyle's card in the deck? I think it's in the deck. Should be, yeah.
Nice.
Color me scared and impressed.
Yeah.
Color me
Alright,
mostly scared.
Alright, who's the one who stepped on him, first of all?
That's a good question.
Yeah. When in doubt, blame
Surprising
Fabio.
no one.
Fuck you.
Phil, Phil, you're drawing the first card.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Oh, that looks creepy. I don't like
I
it.
hope it's the trumpet.
It's
not the trumpet.
It's the idiot.
Oh my god.
What is that?
Me.
That you know, because you're not a spellcaster, it has no effect.
Oh.
Is he allowed to draw another card?
Sure. Let's start this.
Nice.
No.
I love you, Phil.
Why?
You're welcome. You're welcome. You know
so
me.
much.
I love you guys.
My best friend, Jojo.
Of course,
I'm not
Phil.
going to hold the grudge.
The
That's for sure.
tyrant.
That's not what I'm going to do.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
Hey, chat. You get to decide Thavagat's next action.
Oh.
Oh no.
Is that like
Yeah.
an action is in like a combat action or like general action? Or
General
like,
action.
What fits in? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
no.
like the one thing I did, but it was the first card I drew. When Momo got drunk and we met the guy.
This is why I drink.
I
This is
am
why I
not
drink.
going to accept strip. We already had the brothel.
No, he will not start eating the Merrow corpse. No!
Draw a card.
He's not a corpse.
Not a corpse yet.
Kyle, who is giving Internet Remix over $1,000 in bits, says to draw another card. That's his action.
Oh my
My
fucking
God!
Okay.
Dish him out.
Oh, oh
This
fuck,
is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito.
I accidentally wrote 41 cards instead of draw one, so let's not do that.
No.
And then he becomes a dragon tyrant.
What's this?
That is
And
the publican.
Yes! I dreamed of seeing Vavagath drunk.
Yeah, this is the drunk card. You're now drop dead drunk, Thavagat.
Excellent!
Oh,
Krishna.
Yes! I'm ready!
Time for some method acting.
no. Oh,
No.
shit.
Oh
They're
boy!
going to have to stop
Oh
getting
boy!
drunk at some
Here we
point,
go!
though, is the thing.
Nah, no, I'm taking the piss. Alright. There's something squishy on my foot.
Vavagath, are you alright?
There's something squishy on my foot.
Have you considered moving your foot?
But then walking with...
Oh, that's actually a very good question. Who is with Vavagath, right?
We all met up.
Everyone
coincidentally.
is now all
Yeah, we all
together.
met up,
Yeah.
yeah.
Never split
We are
the
all
party.
witnessing this.
Never
Right,
split the
right.
party.
Never split the party. Don't do it.
Okay.
And yet,
Frozen solid, tears streaming down his face at an alarming rate as he cries out, "It's so Squishy.
Oh, he's a cry drunk.
So, can I just check if this guy's alive first of all before I make sure that doesn't have like a sort of experience with this? All right, baby. I better get this right, or I'm gonna be sad, and also believe that this person's probably dead. This wouldn't be good. Here we go. Uh-oh.
All right. You're pretty sure that this rubbery mass that doesn't seem to have blood or bones in it anymore is definitely not alive.
Oh, okay.
Somebody, Thav, Thav, don't look, Thav, look down.
Are you okay?
Momo takes immediate initiative and just climbs onto his shoulder and holds his cheeks and just rubs his head against his.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's adorable.
That's so fucking precious.
Can Momo get inspiration?
Momo, do you have inspiration already?
Let me check, actually.
Okay.
Looking around for anything fluffy in my immediate vicinity to shove away.
No, I do not. I don't.
Now you do. Congratulations.
Nice! Yay!
That just means you can apply it to any roll to immediately get advantage.
Nice!
I sort of look around a bit frightened and go and sort of try and turn this mess on its front if it has a front.
Yeah, sure. Now that Tavagath is, I'm presuming, getting his foot off of that, you
oh yeah, he's in total fetal position right now.
Great. You just kind of flip the thing over and it lands with a squash, so that it's now facing up. There's the face of Merrow. He's completely naked, by the way, looking like some mixture of amazed amazed and confused. Also, Merrow are smooth as a Barbie doll, so
nice.
Some Barbie dolls aren't smooth. You know they have the molded on panties or whatever.
How do you know
what fucking Barbie dolls do you have?
You mean your Barbie dolls didn't just have the void?
No! Apparently the creators
plastic
of my they weren't mine, they were my sister's. I just wanted the little toy animals that came with them.
Oh, sorry, excuse us.
Well, excuse me.
You're excused.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. Does this guy? So this guy's completely naked. Is there any other sign of what the hell's happened to him? Any like marks?
With the 7 medicine check, you don't see any real marks.
All right, I'm not a doctor. Can I get a second opinion on this thing?
Thavagath will poke it with his big, meaty sausage of a finger. All right. Investigation or investigation, would it be?
If you're checking on what killed someone, that's a medicine check.
Medicine.
Let's see. Drunk Thav's arts of medicine does not surprise me.
Yeah, Drunk Thav pokes the corpse. It goes, but that doesn't really do anything else.
I have suspicion it did.
Well, yeah, that much. Oh, okay.
What did you do?
Oh, he didn't. I don't think he did anything. Unless Thavagath has strong enough to literally turn a man's bones into jelly with a step. I don't think Thav did this.
Can I try and roll a medicine check?
No. Big man, you did not do this.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
Sure, yeah. You can try to roll a medicine check.
Alright, while Mom was rubbing his head against, rubbing his face against Thav's, he quickly, tries to see.
There we go.
Alright. So, if it was, this massive force, the bones wouldn't have, turned into jelly or liquefied. They would have been broken or powder, but this man just, has no bones. So whatever did this just basically wiped out his insides and replaced them with, liquid or jelly or some substance.
Jesus.
That is brutal.
Horrifying.
I shudder, violently.
Thank you for the bits! Oh, look! That's enough to draw from the deck for 2 people!
I believe that would be Momo at least, because they were talking at the time.
Yeah. I think it's
Thanks.
Momo and Malifane, because we're going left to right, and we started at Thavageth.
Alright.
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh, that's how we're doing it. Sweet.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
Jojo.
the easiest way to do it once we figure out who starts.
Here we go. Do you want to go first?
All right.
Sure.
Okay, so that is a new one, I believe. That is.
I don't like the way that looks.
That's the snake bite.
Oh.
So
Baby kiss.
you have a choice. Either treat your next 3 rolls as if they are critical fails, or one random NPC gets to learn a secret about you.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Actually. Dude, you could like break the system, use the loopholes. I rolled to fail on healing Thav. Critical fail. He's alive and well and sober and shit.
You really should say that when the GM's in the room.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm taking the base. Obviously,
Fuck
you
with
wouldn't.
the overgod, you know.
Ooh.
I guess random NPC?
Random NPC learns a secret about you. Okay. What secret would that be?
Oh fuck.
Presumably, you'll want to like send Alex this privately, so we don't all know.
Send a private message so that the rest of the Chucklefucks don't know.
We're not metagaming.
That hurt
You're
my
metagaming.
feelings!
Sure.
We
What's
never
that?
had a game.
What's that, Malfane? You have a third knee?
Yeah.
You know too much!
While Malifane's doing that, let's resolve Momo's card.
Okay.
I have good faith.
The unicorn!
Oh no.
None of you are injured, so you are spared.
Perfect.
Can I
Life is
still
good.
pet an imaginary unicorn?
In that case, do we want to roll another one? Because since that didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
true that.
Yeah, since
Okay.
that didn't do anything.
Alright.
Ooh, violent teacapping.
Ooh.
The Rabbit Prince. This is also a new one, and by new I mean hasn't shown up yet. So
It's Tyler.
it's Tyler.
There it is.
Hold on. Print screen. Thank you.
Great. All right.
Save that for later.
Flip a coin.
It's a surprise tool that'll come in handy later.
I don't have
Mickey
a
Mouse
coin,
now?
I don't think.
All right. Then roll a d4, even as tails, odds as heads.
Okay.
I have faith.
I guess we'll keep going with even as tails.
Okay.
The way the Rabbit Prince works, flip a coin. Heads, you take another action immediately. Tails, your enemy does. Since you're not in combat, the way I'm going to treat Tails is, I am not going to have someone come in who would have explained what happened. I would have otherwise.
So wait, we have to figure this out ourselves.
It's
God.
a mystery!
Damn it.
Okay, where is this body, first of all, in relation to the town? Where are we right now?
You are, let me actually pull up the list of notable buildings in town so you can figure it out. / we can figure it out. You are, outside a building called, Spikes and Pikes.
What do Spikes and Pikes do?
Presumably it sells spikes and pikes.
Is there any sort of tracks around this corpse, or is it just here?
There is, like, this big wet puddle surrounding it, but otherwise, no, nothing leading up to it or leading away from it.
Jesus. Okay. I am going to... Do I have like a cloth or something that I can put over, like a thing I can put over this thing? It'd be kind of bad to just have a corpse in the middle of the road.
Like, bedroll maybe? Or but you probably want to use that to sleep in and not have wet fish corpse smell.
pensively and also afraidedly stroke my beard and look to the rest of you and go, I'm going to quickly check inside Spikes and Pikes to see if they know what's happening and if anybody wants to join me. Somebody might want to keep an eye on the corpse, though.
I'll stay here with Thav and keep an eye on the corpse.
Sounds like wine.
Shh, it's okay. It's alright.
Alright, anybody else want to come with me?
Yep, I'm with you.
But what if it wasn't me?
It wasn't you, I promise. Do you want, like, Momo, like, crawls down him, grabs the bag of pumpkin seeds, and puts it in Thav's hands, and, like, points to his beak. Like, as a distraction.
Don't worry, Thav, you're sad. Just feed me.
Just feed me. By the way,
but Thav never got more pumpkin seeds.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually about to say that.
Yeah. I hate that! No!
Currently pumpkin seedless.
Mm-hmm.
Just pet
me. Mal, you gonna come with?
Yeah, sure.
Cracking. Alright, and freaking, Trevlon starts to move towards Spikes and Pikes.
Great. You enter Spikes and Pikes. It's this older building. Like, it's not made out of crystals. It's actually got like brick and mortar work and floating on some wooden platforms. There are there's a huge crowd in there. Like, it's bustling with a bunch of like people in soldiers' uniforms. A couple of Merrow are in there looking around at all sorts of designs, like all sorts of exotic designs for stuff like spears and pikes and halberds, stuff that you imagine is good for fighting underwater. And at the cash register, there's a Merrow who leans over to see you come in. And it's like, welcome to Spikes and Pikes. Feel free to have a look around and let me know if you find anything that sparks your fancy.
Okay, full disclosure, nothing like that. Hypothetically, if there was a corpse outside with no bones, what would you do?
Probably wait for the janitors to clean it up.
Does this... Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Wait. You took that surprisingly normally. Does this happen often?
Yeah.
Explain, please.
Probably just some fucking noble pissed off the Queen or something.
And, well, wait a minute. The Queen just said that?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said the Queen.
The Queen has the power to turn people into jelly.
Well, I mean, when you put it like that, I guess, yeah.
And this happens often?
Not usually. Usually a lot of people are smart enough not to piss her off.
Well, shit. Fair enough. That's frightening. Thank you for telling me that.
Oh yeah.
Trevlon's just kind of like really sort of nervous now. Just feels a little bit unsure, and just sort of stutters a lot, and sort of looks to Corellian or Mal for any sort of like, what do I say now? What do I say here?
I mean, I don't really deal with nobles myself. At this moment, I'm admiring a particularly nice trident that is on the wall, so I'm a little bit out of it. I will just say that right now.
Fair enough.
There are a lot of piercing weapons in here.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about something. What's going... Oh, weapons. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you walk into a shop called Spikes and Pikes, there's gonna be pikes for sale. I'm not sure what you were looking for.
I guess I wasn't looking where I was going.
Yeah, typical land breathers.
Mal, did you completely miss the conversation about how being used of your bones is a completely normal thing here if you piss off the Queen? Because that's minorly important, I believe.
I might have.
Yeah, apparently.
In that case,
that can happen. Apparently, if you say, "Hey, Queen, you smell" or something like that, I was just doing that as a hypothetical, by the way. Do not turn me into jelly if you're listening, Queen. Then you might die. So, if we are going to meet any sort of council that runs this town and ask them about stuff, let's be polite, maybe.
Polite, right.
You seem like you've got something on your mind, mate.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
I'm worried about it.
Everyone's worried about it. Don't worry about it.
Stop metagaming.
Stop metagaming.
Stop metagaming.
Stop metagaming.
Stop eating my food.
Stop. Just don't do anything like that. Refrain from it. Okay.
Jeez.
All right. Okay. If that's the case, unless you two want to buy something here, I'm gonna tell those two about that, and then we should probably think about where we're gonna head off next.
I'll pass until we get more funds.
Agreed.
Right, well, if you're not
let's-
going to buy anything, would you kindly leave? I got a lot of customers, as you can see.
Gotcha.
We're walking off right now.
See you later, sir.
Thank
and
you, sir.
Trevlon depressingly tips his hat and then moves.
All right, depressing tip of the hat.
Sad tip.
It's the tip that continues.
Yep. All right. You have now gotten back out of Spikes and Pikes. By this time, there are a couple of older-looking Merrow who have like little grabbers on the end of a long pole, and they're kind of pulling the corpse away.
As this is happening, I presumably Momo and Pav are watching this.
Yeah, they're
I'm trying
watching
to
that.
just- Yeah, yeah.
So I suppose I'll make my voice heard for them. So, fun fact, the Queen did that and can do that a lot, if she feels like it.
Wait, there's a queen?
Apparently.
I mean, there are probably nobles in any city.
Well, yes, but you know
And-
what you mean.
Well,
So-
nobles and royalty can pretty much do whatever the feck off they want, so...
So she makes fish squishy?
She can apparently make fish squishy and also dead.
If she should so choose.
I thought I'd...
So wait, what?
That is...
Did you
Yeah,
find out why she did this?
There
Well-
seems to be a running theme of corrupted power within Irion, isn't there?
Stop metagaming.
Stop metagaming.
it's not
Who said I was
necessarily...
metagaming?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily metagaming, in fact.
It's not actually metagaming, it's just the meme we had to.
Trevlon sort of takes his hat off and sighs quite sadly. You know, I've never really been away from Port Mirandu, and I kind of hope that we were a special case. Also, bits!
Also, bits!
Thanks for the bits!
Thank you for the
On
bits!
1,000
That's
bits! Let's draw a card!
Fuck. What have you done
Whose
to me?
turn is it?
Walrus?
He's lost.
Walrus.
Alright, let me finish my
Yeah.
goddamn... Let me finish my dialogue first.
Yes,
Please.
go.
Your
Dialogue.
monologue.
Right. So, just before Trevlon randomly screamed the word bits, he returns to his depressing dialogue and continues. I kind of thought that Port Mirandu was the only place where corruption ran rife. It's kind of sad to see that everywhere has it, seems like it. For a minute, I thought this town was going to be nice.
I mean,
Nope.
just because it's corrupt, it doesn't mean it isn't nice.
It is very
People
pretty.
here are nicer
No.
than you think.
You're right.
I'm not to say that the people aren't nice. It's specific people. People in power who who directly try and lie and deceive their way to get to the top, I have trouble with.
I'm sorry.
There
have
are
you been in
also
the world?
those who can. There are also those who
Oh.
can use their power to influence others.
Yes, and that can be used for good or ill, and in my experience, is usually used for ill. Also, I feel like drawing a card from a random, non-specific deck.
He just pulls out a deck of cards from his hat.
And goes, well, time to put a tribute to the gods, and I pull out this.
You pull out the
Oh,
uprising.
Uprising, we love you.
Yeah, we do. We love you. Whether or not we love the card, we'll find out.
That's another story.
Oh no, the horrifying image of the dead Merrow appears.
Oh
Jesus. I'm having a heart attack. Oh no!
Oh no, poor fish.
Poor fish, he's fucking dead.
Oh god, it's so real.
Hyper-realistic blood-eye!
Yeah, you look over and it's hyper-realistic and blood-eye. Oh no, it's terrifying.
Oh god, who was phone though?
No.
Who was phone?
Let
Okay.
it die. Leave it dead.
Oh Jesus.
But the fish was squished.
Okay. Trevlon, seeing this dead, deflated, boneless fish, thinks for a moment and gets out his quill, as he did last time this strange occurrence happened, and draws what appears to be a hose connected to the fish. And then Trevlon begins to blow into it and tries to inflate it.
Ooh.
Fucking... Well, I didn't want it to go that direction, but I guess now I've done it. Fuck it, why not?
This is why you can't have nice things in stream.
This is why you can't have nice things.
You can't have nice things.
I was just trying to turn him into a balloon and then let him fly away, but I guess we can't have that.
No, they're already pulling away the corpse. They're probably not going to let you stick a hose in him.
No!
Where would you get a hose in a place like this?
I thought it was like a shitty drawn hose, you know?
Oh!
And yes, that is a pickup line.
Like Doodle Bob style.
What you're telling me is that you want me to draw your inflation art of the fish.
Oh,
I'm
no.
going... Now!
Do you
now
have a commissions page, Alex?
Oh, no! What have I done? No! No!
I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm going to... Well, I didn't realize that I was going to have to put myself in a grave this soon, but I guess now I have no choice.
It's okay,
This is
Walrus.
why the gods have abandoned us.
In the coffin I go.
It's because they're afraid of what they've created.
There we
God,
go.
it's Alex.
There we go. It's Thavagat. Not Thavagat, it's Trevlon. Let me actually change him.
He's fucking dead.
What the fuck is the eyes?
It's hyper-realistic blood-eye. What do you think?
There we go.
There it
we
is.
go. Now you can see him.
There he is.
There we are.
He's
What?
looking. You know that cartoon thing where the character's eyes like extend?
There we go. There's bags.
Ooh woo.
There's
Ah,
his
fuck.
bags.
Yeah. No, I wasn't wooing. It was his bags.
It was his bags.
Were you trying to draw his beard as well?
Yes.
There's his bags.
His bags.
Thank you for the bags.
Thank
There's
you for
so
the
many.
Prince.
Fuck.
Oh God!
Oh, here we go again. I apologize for that.
2 more card draws.
Great.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Malphane and Thavagat.
Oh,
It's
God.
Corellian and Thavagat.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I'm with you now.
All right. Thav has the empty throne, I believe. Yeah, that's... No, wait, no, I lied. That's the survivor.
Hurt you?
Yeah. Hold on to that, and the next time you would drop to 0 hit points, you instead drop to 1.
Okay, cool. Well, that's my...
Nice, like the lost card.
So I didn't catch any of that. What just happened?
He
I've
got
become
the
immortal.
survivor card! It makes him drop to 1 hit point in an otherwise fatal attack!
Okay, thank you.
Sorry,
Don't yell at
Scott.
him, he's fragile!
Fragile.
And Corellian?
Fragile. That's...
Corellian's got the empty throne.
Oh,
Excellent.
We're all making friends.
Yeah, except Corellian. Corellian's got a political enemy now.
I am honestly not that surprised.
It's alright, mate.
How many of us have drawn that card at this point?
I have.
That is a very good question.
Once all of you get it, the effect is gonna change.
What does
Spoilers.
it do again? What does it
We're all
do again?
gonna friggin' hate us.
It gives you a political enemy.
Ah, yes, no, right.
Oh.
So, Trevlon, Momo, and now Corellian have all drawn that card.
Please tell me that when you change it, it turns into you've gained a political lover.
I will not tell you that. I will not tell you that at all. No.
Refuse.
All right. Now that we're free from the chaos for right now.
For now.
What does happen now?
Yeah, where are you going to look now? You have the city to
Alright.
yourselves, basically.
Okay.
Well, our quest was supposed to find out how to get rid of the black sludge, and well, first of all, we need to find out what it is so that we can get rid of it. And we already know what it is, and we already know where it's coming from. So we should probably go to that direction so we can figure out how to make it stop.
You mean towards where the kobolds are doing their
Still have
thing?
some time.
Yes.
Out in the middle of the water where they're drilling, that we don't really have a conceivable way of getting to yet, where they're all hired by someone who's paying them a conceivably large amount of money, enough to poach them from a different guild.
It is an incredibly far distance out offshore.
Yeah, we're going to need a combination of a boat and permission, because I'm pretty sure if we just go there willy-nilly, not only are the kobolds probably going to be pissed, but I'm pretty sure whoever runs this town or whoever pays them is also going to be pissed. And there's a number
that Kailani brought you here to get permission from the council to get a boat to go out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So wait until we meet with the council, and then till then we just I don't know, investigate things. Wasn't there some weird haunted thing that you lot wanted to check out, or some shit like that?
Yeah, there was a haunted room, or was it a haunted attic? What was it? It was like a haunted place.
Haunted room in one of the inns.
That sounds like fun, and sounds like a great way to spend the day before we inevitably meet with a bunch of scary rich folk.
Haunted?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, ghosts are I'm quite fond of ghosts as a thing to write about.
If I remember correctly, I believe it was the faraway seagull.
Yes, I think that is actually correct.
That is correct.
Okay, shall we have a visit?
Let's do it.
Let's also get you a bed. Dav, you need you need. Oh, this.
Sav got tired.
Oh my god.
All right.
Take a sleep,
Momo's
you'll be
still-
right as rain, you big one.
Momo's still like on his shoulder, like comforting him.
Oh, yay.
Just arm feathers wrapped squarely around like a bird-shaped crown.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. You go
Right,
to
okay.
the faraway seagull. On the door out front is this painting of like a coastline and then a seagull up ahead, so you can tell whoever painted that was very, very literal in naming it the faraway seagull. And as you enter, it's a bit of a raucous environment. There's a bunch of Merrow and a couple of humans and halflings chatting each other up, laughing, sharing drinks and stuff. Thank you for the bits, by the way.
Thank you.
And a couple of bards in the corner, like playing their hearts out on bagpipes, accordions, flutes, drums. There's a little hurdy-gurdy that one of them's playing. A bunch of shanties, basically, are being played in the faraway seagull.
Nice.
I really want to have to roll to try and not dance.
You
Not
can
dance.
you can just decide to not dance. I don't allow rolls to not do something unless it's like actively contested. Like
You
let's
can
say,
do whatever you like, I mean.
do whatever. Do whatever.
Float your boat.
Get drunk, have a dance.
I'm so confused to have
I'm already
The
halfway
world
there.
Oyster.
Anyway,
So, what exactly about this haunted room really piques you all's interest? Talking to the party.
we're
by
talking to the
way.
party here. Hi.
Ah, yes.
I'm
Sorry.
not interested. Like,
Well,
I'm too drunk.
talking to Mal and Trevlon then, sorry.
Well, out of offense.
We cannot hear you
Lawrence
talking.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Scott.
Can't believe Scott's fucking dead. Sorry. For those of you at
see
home,
him
we've
say
got.
fuck. It's great.
For those of you at home, we've also got Google Hangouts on so we can see each other's faces, and we just saw Scott scream into his microphone, but we can't fucking
We
hear him.
can't hear. We just see the silence pop.
It's beautiful.
It's still silence.
Poor
Scott.
boy.
I'm sorry,
Scott.
This poor boy. This poor boy.
Just why?
Fucking
dead.
I can't.
Do commercial break.
We'll be right
commercial
back.
break. After these messages, we'll be right back.
We're not actually going on break. Fallen Empires doesn't
Check.
do breaks.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, fuck yeah! He's
Thank
back.
the lords.
Woo.
I knew
So,
flipping my computer off would work.
all right. So, you have just been asked what exactly is your interest in a haunted room.
Oh, for God's sake!
I kid.
Oh, you piece of shit!
I overheard one of the locals saying something about one of the upper rooms being haunted. It just piqued my curiosity.
Do you usually hunt ghosts and the like, or is it just a passing hobby?
Not really any of the above, just sort of tickled my fancy, I suppose.
Maybe we should avoid getting possessed or something? I have not heard good things from my mentor. He told me that if I ever tried to go ghost hunting, or any of the sort, I would be
Please, indulge my curiosity, Momo, but what sort of context could you possibly have for your mentor explicitly forbidding you from going ghost hunting? Just...
he told me that if I even attempted to find any sign of any kind of ghosts, that I would immediately be possessed by a dark under beast or something, and I do not feel comfortable going in this building.
Oh,
You have a very interesting relationship with this Orias figure, don't you?
He's my protector. I need to listen to him, and I'm sure he would never lie to me.
You know that's not how ghosts work, right? Not necessarily.
I mean, he wouldn't lie to me, so that's gotta be how they work, right?
Wait a second. Are you trying to tell me that ghosts are real?
Yes.
Oh, fuck!
How old are you, Thavagath? Just out of curiosity, how long have you existed on this plane?
A good fucking question. Canonically, meta-canonically 25. However, in-game currently he's just kind of very slowly counting his fingers and then forgetting that he's counting.
Excellent.
Excellent. Great.
Very good. Now that's
man.
Now that's what I like.
Yes, ghosts are real. People have spirits. They pass over to the other planes all the time. Gods exist, so on and so forth. Are you You know what? That is a question for another time. Forget I asked for now.
Good talk.
Okay. Right. How do we exorcise ghosts?
I'm not doing any kind of exorcisms.
You were what? What?
Probably the most qualified out of any of us to be doing any
But
sort
what
of
if I get
exorcism.
possessed? I was told that if I did any kind of exorcism, that the spirit would go inside my body and possess me.
Mostly it's devils and demons that do the whole...
Then I'm not going anywhere near that.
Alright, how about this? You don't have to directly be in the room while you exercise it. Like, we can go inside, open the door, and you can stand directly outside of the room, but you sort of like scream the exorcism words into the door, into the room from there.
Revlon, how many exorcisms have you gone to? You seem a little too experienced, I suppose.
It's not that I've been to many, I've just thought about going to many.
Why exactly do you have exorcism on the mind?
Does Revlon write exorcism fan fiction?
Revlon actually a ghost hunter and has a series on the Science Channel.
Hello, welcome to my blog. I catch ghosts, and I write about them.
Are there any ghosts who want to be on my show? Hello? Ghosts, are you there?
Hello.
I guess Revlon has a blog.
Hello, my name is Ghost Hunter 48, and I'm here to catch the ghost of ghosts. His name is Stephen, please communicate me through this Ouija board. And then my fingers go to the word "fuck off, Trevlon." And that's a whole word. It's just a whole word on the board.
My name is Ghostboy69, and I'm here to contact my mum. Hi.
No.
Okay, for real. I somewhat like sort of scary and spooky stories occasionally. You know, it's a lot of the literature I read as a boy was like, you know, a lot of ghosts in those books. Kind of.
Thank you for the bits.
Thank you for bits.
Oh God, yes, it's that time again.
Oh no.
Ooh woo. That means
it's my turn.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Scott's turn.
Scott.
Oh no, pray for me. Specifically, Momo, pray for me.
Exercise for me.
I'm not performing any kind of exorcism.
Well, give it.
Yeah.
Give it a second. You might need to.
Look, if you're not going to exercise your demons, then you're going to grow up with poor heart health and like you'll.
The vision.
The vision.
A vision.
You get
No short time.
I'm so disappointed in you, Alex.
All right, the vision. Let me see what one that does. All right, so you get to ask a question. Like, is this a good idea? Yes or no, and you will get either wheel if it's a good idea, or whoa if it's a bad idea. Basically, it's the augury spell.
Okay, let's see. What is a good question to ask? That is not my question.
That is not your question, but what is your question?
Oh whoa.
There's a really tiny part of me that really wants to ask, wait, do I only get one question?
Wheel. And then it fades away.
You know what? No, yeah, fuck it. I'll go with the one that you provided. Fuck it. Just wait. So is this really the smartest idea? Is this really going to benefit us?
You hear a voice go, "Whoa!" from somewhere deep in the back of your mind.
Guys, I changed my mind. I think maybe we should leave.
Out of character, but what is this?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. What is this? The augury spell in D&D basically lets you ask if your plan is a good idea or a bad idea, and the DM will say either yes for wheel or no for whoa.
I'm sorry, I was being an asshole. I meant, like, he said, is this gonna benefit us? So I meant, what is this? Because I'm a jerk.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not great at phrasing. It's just, I meant, is this a good idea?
Right. Like, if it's vague like that, it's the DM's judgment, and...
Oh, so...
Yeah. So is this a good idea? I'm going to be nice and say, is this a good idea? Will this investigating the ghost get us any reward? The answer was whoa.
You're the nicest DM I've ever had.
Check.
Hello.
There we go. So I'm sorry. What was that?
The answer was, will this give us any reward? And the answer was no.
Will it give us any reward? Okay.
You were saying something, Mel, that we shouldn't do this?
I'm not sure. I guess... I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Like...
I think this is a terrible idea, and I think that we will not... This won't help anything! I'm also biased, but... I digress.
Why are you so scared of ghosts?
It's not important!
Okay, that is not what somebody says when it's not important, but I'm gonna not ask.
He starts like puffing up because he's really nervous.
I mean, do we have any other ideas or anything better to do while we wait for tomorrow and a meeting with the council?
We could sort of we could find a place to sleep for the night, and we could also make sure that Thav doesn't, die.
Oh, right, Thavagath. Ah, shit.
How could you possibly forget about Thav? Have you seen him?
The entire time, Thav's just been beating his head against the wall.
Momo's been trying to stop him.
Yep.
Just like putting his feathers up against the wall.
You know, Mal, I think you generally give good judgment on situations, so if you think that we shouldn't do this, I'll trust you.
I think you guys are right. Maybe for now we should just find a place to sleep, or at least just get some rest.
Sure.
It has been a long day.
At the very least, as you said, so that we can get him some rest. I just sort of glance over my shoulder at the Goliath.
Yep.
As much as seeing Thav cry like a lot is refreshing, it's not pleasant. I don't like it. Makes me sad.
It's not great.
It's
know,
refreshing.
How much alcohol do you figure he'd have to like actually physically consume to get to this state? Because
2 bars.
You don't think he's a heavyweight, do you?
I think he'd take 2.
I'm pretty sure he's literally a
bars.
heavyweight.
Yeah.
2 bars of alcohol.
He's literally in the heavyweight division.
2 entire whole taverns worth.
Oh,
of
I
alcohol.
see. Like a lot. Oof.
Great.
Sure. So we don't want to stay here to clarify because I mean
No.
we're in a.
I'm...
All right, fine.
If Momo truly doesn't want to go through with this, I won't force them.
No, you're right.
I trust you folks. Let's call it off.
I appreciate that more than you can ever imagine. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Although next time we have to face a ghost, and it's mandatory, there's not going to be much point in walking the other way. Sometimes it's better. Yep, go ahead, sir. Do you think?
The moment you say ghost, Thavagath turns his head and says, "Wait, ghosts are real?"
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You know what? Right now, Thav ghosts do not even real. They aren't real. Don't worry about it. Let's just get him into a bed, so he doesn't die.
Great. So, just to clarify, you are not staying here.
No.
Good. Probably
Great.
sounds like a good idea.
Do you have any particular place in mind you want to go, or are you just looking around?
Well,
So
before we continue, I just want to ask, out of character, is the city of Shimmering Lights taken literally or figuratively?
The crystals reflect moonlight, so
Okay. Just checking.
yeah.
All right. So I know that there was the gull. Sorry about that. There was the brothel that confused and surprised and scared
No.
Trevelon.
No.
Let's not go there. What was the other one? There was another one, I'm pretty sure.
There were 2 others.
I don't like the way you put your fingers to your chin like that.
Let's. What do we do? Where are we going?
Stop metagaming.
Stop metagaming.
Don't metagame. Don't metagame.
Shut up!
Shut up, you shut up. I'm sorry.
Beat you up real good.
Yeah, I'll beat you up with words, and that'll really make you feel bad. Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I'm the queen of mean. Also, where are we fucking going?
Where are you going?
Okay, what are the places were there?
If you have
Alex, if you
forgotten,
could-
I will say roll investigation to find one of the inns.
You got it.
You got it, Buckaroo. There it is. Nice job, Mel.
All right, Trevelon, a thought strikes you, and immediately you head off, leading the group down some streets and alleys up towards the Sleepy Helm, and then you remember, wait, that's the brothel, and you.
Trevelon immediately sort of, you know that one Simpsons clip where Grandpa just walks into the place, sees what it is, and he U-turns the fuck out of there?
It's that.
Just doing that.
All right, and then Melifane with a nat 20, you figure you could just like ask around and then look around, and you'd get a pretty good idea of where all the inns and taverns are. You see one kind of by the docks called the Waiting Fiddler, but it's mostly submerged, and you get the feeling that sleeping there would not be comfortable if you cannot breathe underwater. And then you go back towards the land area of the city, back towards the coast, the western side, and you find a tavern called the Quick Princess.
Well, this looks like a good spot. At least it's not submerged underwater, at the very least.
That helps, and at least it's not, you know, filled with, well, at least it's not a brothel.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, but bring Corellian up to speed. Bring Atlas up to speed.
Yeah, we found, so what happened was, Trev had a good idea in his head where we were supposed to go to find some sleep. Went directly towards the brothel by mistake, noped the fuck out of there, and Mal saved us, basically, and got us to an actual place.
Excellent! As much as I love staring at floorboards, I would rather not. Yes!
I'd rather not. Just don't do that.
I imagine we've been walking for a while. Does Thav still look like he can walk a little bit, or does he look like he's about to keel over?
He has face planted several times on this walk.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Momo's using all of his strength to like try and pick him up.
I was gonna say
each time with an earth-shattering flood, you look at your footprints behind you to find like several Thav-shaped starfish.
Welcome to the publican.
This earth-shattering.
And the small and the small noise that goes, oh. My face crushed.
Oh.
Like, wait a second, I can't move. Oh wait.
Wait a minute,
I can't
it
feel
is.
my legs.
Oh wait, that's because I am not moving my legs at the moment.
What are legs?
Hold on, the forward stopped.
I stopped pressing the W key.
I am now pressing S.
Oh, that's
Is this how you no clip through floor?
Debunk, damn it, debunk.
Let me T-pose.
T-Pose Tuesday!
T-Pose Tuesday!
I need to turn on SVCheats.
Great.
Okay. Let's get off this tangent. Let's,
please. Please. Alright. Whose mic dropped?
Jojo hit the mic and something's gone wrong.
Oh no.
Okay, it's fixed itself now. It's all good.
Great.
Stop
Okay.
T-posing.
You enter the Quick Princess, and it is like just about as raucous as the Faraway Seagull was. This one doesn't really have like a band playing so much as a lot of activity. Like there's competition, people are throwing darts, playing board games, arm wrestling. It's a very active and sweaty bar, basically.
Does it smell really bad?
Oh yeah, it smells like sweaty fish.
Maybe the brothel isn't such a bad idea. Come on, guys. Let's get out
That
of
also
here.
smells like sweaty fish for a different reason, and you know it.
Hard pass.
Sweaty fish.
I'd rather the fish sweat be like not.
Don't finish that sentence.
You know what? Let's. I don't think any sentence with the phrase "fish sweat" should ever be finished.
Just
so that's
stop,
fine.
please.
Cease and
Cease.
desist.
Alt.
Fished. Fished.
The fish. Oh god, I'm having a deficiency here. If you know what I'm saying.
I am.
I love it.
Like
That's a. Ha ha! That's fine. Let's get a room, and then sleep in it, and then forget this ever happened.
All right.
Agreed.
You go up to the counter and say you're looking for rooms. The bartender, this young, slender female Merrow, says, "Well, isn't that great? Let's see here. For all of you, all 5 of you, that would be 1 gold each. 1 gold per night, not 1 gold each. I'm adding it up. Sorry, I'm really bad at math.
One. Okay, so 1 gold for the 5 of us.
Per night.
Oof. How much is it at the Fiery Grog, if I may ask?
The Fiery Grog, you don't know. You haven't had to pay for a room yet.
Haha, that's what I get for being friends with the bartender.
Also, the Fiery Grog was a bit of a a shithole.
It was a shithole, but it was a quiet and nice shithole.
Actually, Thavagath was.
No, it was not.
Familiar
It was
with
not
the
a
place.
quiet shithole. It was
It
pretty
was a-
raucous.
It was.
I'm gonna.
It was
I'm gonna
my
point it out.
shithole.
Oh boy, Thavagath was at least friendly and familiar with the place at the point that we met the team. So would he know?
As I
How much
go
was
to pull up the fucking Fiery Grog notes, which are on a separate page from all of my other shit.
Extra work for the DM.
5 silver per day.
Okay. Damn.
Momo's just sitting on Thav's shoulder, just covering his entire face because it smells so bad.
And as Trevlon watches this, he also notices it's dark, pretty dark now, right? There it is. What's gonna happen?
Fuck.
And there he is.
Ugh, what reeks?
Fish, mostly. A lot of fish.
Oh, well, would you look at that? So there
Yes.
is.
So, did Mal's notes catch up to speed on what we're doing tomorrow and what happened today? Then, Mr. Man.
Well, I haven't exactly taken a look. Let's see what we have here. Crystals, access to water. Ooh, vampire. That sounds pretty kick-ass.
Vampire?
Oh yeah, we didn't deal with the vampire, did we?
Vampire?
Yeah, there was
vampire.
Wait, vampires are real?
No.
Tell me, Magic Man, what do you know about this vampire?
Which magic man are you referring to?
Which one of them is the magic man?
The half-wit.
Ah, you mean me. I appreciate that.
Oh,
but
I
also
thought that would be Thavagath.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to say this. Half-wit, especially racist to say to halflings. Don't do that in public.
Holy shit.
It's like a no word. It's like don't do it, or a halfling. I'm a friend of yours. Wait a minute. You're a
The
skull.
bartender has been staring at you this whole time.
Oh, well,
So,
how are you doing, my good sir?
are you?
Hello, I would like
I'll
to
get-
drink.
lady?
I'll get.
Whatever floats your boat.
I'll just pay for 3 days up front.
Right.
Thank you for the bits.
Thank you for the bits.
Thank you for the bits.
Oh my god, Scott.
All right, I think that's enough to draw another card from the deck.
Oh, no.
There we go again on our own.
Oh,
It's yours. It's
Mine?
Momo's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
it's Momo.
Oh no.
It's Momo's?
Oh, no.
Momo. Momo.
no! No.
Mo, yeah.
Oh, God.
You have been stopped.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
it's the betrayal.
Oh no.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
No.
Yeah. Momo.
Row.
What do you do that's going to be acting against the best interests of the party? The best interests of the party would currently have a pleasant sleep with nothing distracting them.
Oh,
Keep
no.
Thavagath drunk the entire night.
That was the plan, actually!
Oh no.
Nice.
Well, so, while everyone is distracted, I go up to the bar and say, hey, I have this weird devious look in my eye. Hey, what is the strongest thing you've got here?
Strongest thing we got, that'd probably be, Cape Cod Special.
What can it do to someone who's already flat-faced drunk?
Probably kill him a little bit.
Go on, you already committed yourself. Can't back out now.
I will take 2 of those.
Fuck!
You know what? I like you, little birdie. There's something special about you. It's on the house. And she pours 2 of these shimmering red drinks and slides them over.
I take them, and I go over to Thavagath and I pull him over. Hey, Thav! And I start, I put on this facade of this innocent. I got you something that'll probably ease you up. It'll help you sleep a lot.
Thank you,
You might
Bard.
want to take 2 of them. They said it would be more effective.
I appreciate it, Bard. You know I trust you, and you'd never do anything to harm me. So thank you very much.
Oh no, I feel terrible! alcohol!
Is that alcohol?
Welcome to
Is
the
that
betrayal
alcohol?
card.
Yes,
I
Esgol,
assume-
we're in a fucking tavern. That's
That is
alcohol.
the devil's juice.
So,
you
do
will
I-
not feed. You will not feed that to him.
Constitution saving throw, or do I just automatically fucking die?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, did I kill him?
You're not dead. You're just unconscious.
I hate this card!
Travlon sort of looks. Travlon looks at Thav.
Oh, Mo.
I want to grab the bird by the collar. I'm going to do that.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh,
Wait,
Okay.
he's got collar?
Yeah, he's got like a little tie for his little cape.
That boy?
Now, you listen here, Birdbrain. I like you a lot, but you don't go around killing people.
Oh, he's
What
not dead.
exactly was in that drink?
By now, the effects of the betrayal card have worn off.
What are you? Oh, right, like he suddenly like grabbed him by the collar. I don't know what you're talking about.
What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything. Why are you yelling at me?
Bullshit!
Travlon.
Look at the man!
He starts like
Travlon.
crying. He starts like tearing up and crying a little
The
bit.
tavern goes silent and stares at you as you're manhandling the bird.
Please stop yelling at me! You're hurting me!
Travlon immediately sort of gets his sort of in between them and sort of puts his hands on on the both of their shoulders and goes, "Guys, we can chat about this when we're not surrounded by a bunch of Merrow who look like we're about to get, start a fight. Do it in the room.
Started it. He grabbed me.
Not to be
Poisoned
that.
him.
I don't think he's poisoned.
We can handle this outside.
Alcohol is the devil's juice.
Do you? All right, we're gonna have some questions. Let's bring this. Let's. Who wants to drag Thav? I'll do one arm if somebody else does the other.
I'll do a second arm.
Okay. Presumably, we're gonna drag him to our
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Working together, all of you can drag up Thavagath to the room.
And a reminder: all three of us are 3 to 4 foot.
We're strong
Give
smalls.
or take.
We're tiny, dragging the 7'7" Goliath up to our room. Just imagine that. I need to. I'm
What's
drawing
gonna
this.
work?
I'm drawing this.
Teamwork!
All
I'm
right.
drawing this.
You drag Thavagath up to the room. Is there anything you'd like to do before we move to the next day?
So, as Travlon puts, as we manage to drag Thav into the room.
Why are we dragging you?
I don't
Don't
know
worry
because
about it.
I like to be dragged
Don't worry
sometimes.
about it.
Travlon,
Drag boy.
I'm a drag boy. Travlon closes the door, takes a deep breath, and looks at both Esgal and Momo, and looks at Momo first, and takes a deep breath in and goes, "I don't know if you noticed what you were doing or if you understand what you were doing, but feeding that much alcohol to that man either would have got him knocked out and possibly made him lose what little brain cells he has, or would have killed him."
I don't know what happened. I just blacked
You
out
felt-
for a second.
You is that how the betrayal card works?
No, you remember the betrayal card.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I
Trevor-
don't know what came over me.
Trust me when I say I've been there. The forces around this world occasionally do bad things to your brain, but you got to remember, you've got to make sure you make up for this in the morning, and hopefully, if Thavagath wakes up alive tomorrow, if he wakes up
Please
tomorrow,
don't add that if.
I'm just saying, take responsibility for whatever happens, okay? And now Trevlon looks to Esgol and goes, "All right, I appreciate that you may have a problem with alcohol as a concept, but there's a time and a place to give one's opinion. And in a bar full of people who are already drinking and doing that to a small child, no offense, is not gonna go down well."
What exactly would you know about that?
I have been into many bars where many people have said many stupid things, and they either get punched in the face and thrown out and never come back in, or they get really badly hurt and never go anywhere again. Saying something spontaneous can be a good thing sometimes, I know, but doing it all the time, that can kill you.
Hasn't stopped me before.
Hasn't stopped
Certainly
you
as hell isn't
yet.
going to stop me again.
We shall see if I... It's a dangerous mentality to have, and I wouldn't keep hold of it. Travelon then sighs and looks at everyone and goes, "It's been a long day. Let's go to bed and not think about this in the morning."
No. Who exactly are you, Esgol? Why are you here? Like, you said you weren't some sort of demon or possession or anything like that, so what exactly... Please help me understand what we are dealing with when it comes to you and Mal.
That's none of your concern.
Oh, yes, it's none of our concern when obviously we're at a bar about halfway to being shanked. We have to deal with you switching back and forth whenever the lights go out, and you could probably die at any time if anything would possibly go wrong, but no.
You think that was my choice? You think that was his?
I don't fucking know, that's why I'm asking you!
Momo's just like
It'll be in your
tearing
best
up and like huddled down, trying not to think about Thavagath being dead.
Perhaps it would be in your best interest to talk to the boy instead. He certainly has a better grasp on things anyways.
Anything I should ask in particular?
Ask him whatever you want, I don't care. But here's the thing. If he finds any one of you, if he finds any one of you is even remotely close to unconscious, or in any close of a catatonic state, you will not hear the end of it. Not from him, and certainly not from me.
All right.
Is that a threat?
Cryptic.
Make of it what you will.
Okay. I love talking with cryptic riddles as much as the next halfling journalist, but I think we should make some things clear. You need to tell us right now what you do and you don't like. That way, we can make sure that this sort of thing doesn't happen again. Is that much doable?
What I don't like is when people are essentially just brought to their knees because of some corruption of sorts, like alcohol or a politician. Life doesn't need to be cut short like that. It's fun to have games, but when it brings the cost of a life, that's going too far.
I don't know what came over me.
Well, finally we agree on something. That being said, I'm probably going to buy a separate room for the night, if you don't mind.
Have it your way.
May I join you, please? I don't feel safe here.
The way that the rooms at the Quick Princess work is basically all the rooms are communal. You sleep wherever. The 2 silver, that is however long you're staying for the night, that is just to guarantee they won't throw you out on your ass.
Okay, in that case, no separate room for now.
Alright.
Is Thavagath in a bed?
Yeah, you put Thavagath in a bed because he's such a huge dude. No one's trying to scooch him over to make room.
I sleep on the floor next to him, and his hand is like hanging over the side, and I just keep hold of it so I know that he has a pulse. It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's really freaking sad.
Can we get 100 likes?
Just play Despacito.
Alexa, play Despacito. There we go.
Press F to pay respects.
Well, in that case, while Momo is holding on to Thavagath's hand, I'm going to make an unconscious decision to unconsciously just grab Momo and bring him into a huge sleeping head.
Oh, that makes me so happy!
Life is good. Nothing went wrong. Alcoholism is fine.
We have... People have indeed pressed F to pay respects and pay bits.
Yay!
Luckily for you.
All right.
Luckily for you, he's too drunk to remember this. He
So,
won't think
Good.
You wake up the next morning. Thavagath, you have the worst hangover you've ever had in your life. And Trevlon and Corellian, it's card time.
God,
no.
you know I'm feeling it.
You're really feeling it?
I'm really feeling it! Okay.
Yeah!
I didn't realize that we were playing Xenoblade.
Hell
That's-
yeah.
That's
Oh,
a game
boy.
I
Oh no, not that!
It's
not
the Queen
that.
Mother!
Oh boy.
Everyone draws a card!
Oh no. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
Why do you
I can't believe I've done this.
Sorry, I was
Oh,
just
fuck,
drawing
I can't
bags on
believe you've done
Thavagas.
this.
No, I want to point this out on the off chance that you guys saw that as well. I was drawing bags
Oh,
on
no.
eyes just as you drew the just as you moved the the card there, and it lined up so perfectly with the digits at the end that it just looked like I drew nipples.
Oh god damn it.
Like, holy shit.
I hate you. I despise you.
Thanks for watching Internet Remix, everyone. We've been banned.
Alright. Great. Alright. Let's go and see what cards have been drawn thanks to the Queen Mother.
Oh,
I have
wait,
to
we
draw another card,
two?
right?
No,
Wait, sorry, what?
Just one card each because of the Queen
Oh.
Mother.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
I guess I'll just put down the first card I drew then.
Yeah.
Guess I'll die.
Oh no.
So what
Oh
was this
no.
first, or
Say again?
Left to right, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go left
So-
to right.
So does that mean I have to draw the next card? Because the Queen Mother?
No, actually, for the Queen Mother, it's everyone else draws one card, so you're good.
Oh, right. Well, I drew a card. Shit. What do I do with this?
Nothing. I'll recall them later.
Got it.
Alright, Corellian.
I drew two, so
Yeah.
Whoa, what the?
Oh no, it's Thanos.
You do the Thanos
Oh god,
card.
damn it, Thanos.
Yeah.
One step closer to balance.
You,
Oh no!
you wake up
What
as
a
an
complete balanced
Asgardian
breakfast!
You wake up and as an Asgardian crashes through the ceiling, goes, oh shit, he got the power stone, and then just pulls out a hammer and throws it away and flies after it.
What the fuck?
I swear to god, if we get this thing 3 more times and half of us just instantaneously die, I'm fucking quitting.
I'm gonna
Guys,
do
I don't feel so good.
No, I'm gonna make Momo do the I don't feel so good scene. It's gonna be so tragic.
there's my second card.
There's the second card. The Rakshasa. You are now under the effect of a suggestion spell. No one is aware of it, but you will obey the next thing that could be phrased as a command given to you.
Strip.
Stop.
Stop metagaming.
Stop metagaming. Yeah, no one knows that the card's taking effect until it takes effect. Also, if the snap affects Malifane, would it get rid of just Escal, or would it get rid of them both?
The real question.
Oh
You know what? I haven't really thought about that.
no! Don't ask questions. It's fine.
It's fine.
Actually, no, that's
figure
not
it
true.
out.
I have thought about
Why
that,
don't
but I'm
worry
not
about
telling.
it.
All right. Thavagath.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Ooh, it's pretty. What is it?
The Demon's Lantern.
Oh no.
All
I don't
right.
like the sound of that.
I almost fell victim to this.
Pretty.
So as the Asgardian flies out, you look through the rubble, and sitting there, where there wasn't anyone before, is this humanoid in a very sharply tailored suit with the head of a fox, who turns to you and is like, so does that sort of thing happen to you a lot often?
Pretty cat.
Oh, you're adorable, big man. Yeah. I'm going to assume yes, and if that's the case, well, my life just got very interesting.
I don't like the sound of that.
Really?
No.
Neither
And
do
why
I.
would that be, little bird?
Oh wait a minute. He can see. We can see him.
Yeah, you can all see him.
All right.
Generally, when
nothing. It's fine.
Generally, when things that just kind of happen out of nowhere to us, it generally either goes weird or not well. It's never really absolutely positive.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Yeah. Do you want me to make the chaos stop temporarily?
Depends on what we're giving in return.
Oh, it's nothing much as I pull up the table. Because there's a table.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
If he... Wait, can I cast something to see if he's like an otherworldly creature? Like magic or something? Mm-hmm. What do I have to roll?
You say cast something?
I mean, like, roll something?
Roll religion.
Okay. Okay.
You are very, very certain he is not of the material plane, given how he appeared suddenly in your room without any trace. Now, as I was saying, I can make it so that these little chaotic cards don't take effect until your next, let's call it a session for convenience's sake.
I go over to Trevlon and I whisper in his ear, I don't trust this guy. I don't think we should do anything.
And all you have to do is go to this house, and he starts writing down an address, and then go to their kitchen, take their food, and throw it away.
You want us to waste food?
What reason do we have to trust you? What if we refuse?
If you refuse, then have a pleasant day. And he just leans back, hands behind his head.
I've got to say, Drevlon actually immediately steps forward and looks him square in the eyes and goes, I've done a small job for big consequences before. So bugger off, please.
You'll find me buggering off to be much more difficult than you would think. Alright. And then the fox cackles and disappears in a cloud of magic. And as the cloud disappears, Malifane, you see a bunch of Merrow holding clubs, saying, and one of them says, That's the guy who was yelling at the bed! And they all start wailing on you in your bed.
Oh,
no! Help! No!
Justice is swift and beautiful.
No, can I help him?
No.
Yeah, also, so what Trevlon just said to Mr. Fox could be interpreted as a command.
Oh.
Wait, could?
I meant the go to XYZ house and then throw away all the food. Could that be interpreted as a command?
It could!
Oh, no!
Ooh, woo.
Someone out! Stop them out!
Alright, so Corellian...
Can I stop the people from beating
In
him
that
up?
case, I'm gonna go take a walk.
Alright, Corellian, you immediately get up and start instinctively heading for the address that the fox wrote down, despite the fact that you didn't actually see it. The command's that powerful.
Alex, can I do something to try and stop the people beating on Alex? I mean, Malifane.
Are there people beating on me that I don't know?
No! Can I try and help Malifane?
You can try, but also, you've got a card!
I do. Ooh, woo. I don't like this one.
I don't either.
The liar! Alright.
I'm getting all the evil cards!
I don't think I feel. I'm always getting the beating! I've gotten it thrice
now! It's not my fault. The beating loves you.
That's a fucking paddling.
Paddling! Alright. You see a vision of Corellian going to that particular house, and inside the house you see it is dirt poor in there. They don't really have a whole lot of food, like barely enough to scrape by, a whole bunch of Merrow kids. And then in there, you see a vision of Corellian getting to the refrigerator, pulling out all the fish and bread and stuff in there, and just tossing it into the garbage. That is a vision of the future as you snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
And here comes Eminem.
Here comes that boy.
Guys,
what up?
Where's Corellian?
He said he was going to take a walk. Why do you ask?
I think we need to find them because I just got a vision of.
They're not gonna.
I think he's going to the house.
Right, let's fix that. And
Let's go get him.
Trevlon sort of immediately taps.
Bye.
Alright, you slip out, covered in bruises, and run after Corellian.
Presumably, is that following us at this point?
Yeah. I think he needs to stay and rest.
Unless he's actually capable of being alive.
Yeah. He's got a hangover, and that's going to give disadvantage on certain rolls when I think it's funny, but he can fall.
No.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. That's not good even.
That's not good even.
I refrain. I fucking.
I didn't need that.
Is that a challenge, Phil?
How are you feeling? Ow.
I feel fine. Ish. I want to die, but it's all good.
I'm so glad you're okay.
Oh, thank you, little boy. I assume you were looking after me last night.
Of course, I care about you.
I knew I could trust you. Such a good boy.
Yeah.
He cringes and shivers and just
You will never
guilt is literally streaming through his veins. It's terrible.
Did something something happen?
Well, okay, so you know how that fox thing
Oh, wait, I thought you... Never mind, continue.
You know that fox thing just kind of zipped into the room and then said, go this place and dump all the food, and I told it to leave?
I'm familiar.
I think Corellian just decided to take its bargain.
Oh, no.
So we need to find them immediately!
Yeah, we should fix that. Like now. Fix it now.
Where did they go?
I mean,
yeah.
You guys saw the fucking address.
You saw the address. If you hurry, you can catch up to Corellian before he gets there.
Do we have to, like, roll, do we have to roll something to catch up?
Roll acrobatics.
Okay.
Time to zip-zap zoobity out of there.
Great. You zip-zap and catch up to Corellian.
I just yeet over there.
You just, like, run over to Corellian just as he's turning the corner to head towards that house.
Can I, like, tackle them?
Oh, yeah, definitely! You tackle Corellian, which will now give Corellian a chance to try and snap out of the command. Roll a charisma save, Corellian.
Real quick, Corellian, you just hear, like, ah! And
then a bird missile slams into you as you snap out of your trance.
Quick, Momo, use sky attack!
I was about to fucking throw a punch and bite down, but that was enough. I recognized Momo, and I just... What?
What's gotten into you?
What?
Trev immediately casts Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Which makes sure that in this sort of magical zone, deception is not charged or anything like that.
That is 60 feet. Okay, then.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Trevlon looks Corellian square in the face and goes, "Did you intend to do that, or were you acting without your own free will?"
I was compelled.
By what? False! Also, did I hurt
Corellian I just roll my eyes. By what force? Have you been traveling with the same party for the past few days or so, please?
Do you remember the last night?
I remember the fox, I remember being compelled, and here we are.
No, I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to Momo.
What?
To make them remember that things in this world, sometimes bad things just get compelled onto people.
Sometimes chaos happens.
Yeah.
Momo just has their eyes widen for a second, and they just look so disappointed in themselves.
Wait.
And then they get off of Corellian.
I'm lost. What happened?
We stopped whatever future was about to happen in Momo's sight. And at that, Trevlon extends a hand to Corellian, who is currently on the ground.
Oh, cool. How does it feel to be a clairvoyant?
I'll take Trevlon's hand and just kind of give him a bit of a look. Because you're one to act so self-righteous about it, right? I'm not being serious, but I'm kind of just a little joke.
Oh, extremely. I've never done anything bad to any of you ever.
No.
Excluding the pipes that I occasionally played. Also, how badly wounded is Malafane at this point?
Mostly it's his pride.
It's just a flesh wound.
I give, would I be able to give him bardic inspiration to make him feel a little bit better?
It would be a waste of bardic inspiration, but you can play a feel better song with performance.
Fuck it, I'm going to persuade him to feel better.
All of his bruises just go away!
The bruises go away because Trevlon just yells, "Feel better!" and it works.
Okay!
Wow, I've never felt so great!
Great, I'm so happy.
I can see! I can fight!
I can feel!
I appreciate that reference.
Very good.
Thank you.
And then from down the street you hear, there you lot are! As Kailani kind of walks down the street towards you. I was wondering what inn you'd got yourselves to. Nice to see you. So, in case you've forgotten, we're due for a meeting pretty soon.
Oh,
that's right,
we
that's
know.
right.
It's just long day. You know the forces of chaos we were dealing with on the way here. They decided to pop in for a visit. It's fine.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
And then he covers his mouth like, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to say that.
It's okay. Fuck, it's fine.
Precious Bean said the fuck word.
The Precious Bean said
Profanity.
No!
Profanity.
I'm telling Uprising.
Sorry.
Oh, no!
It's been a long night for me too. Sorry. Sorry. It's just been a long night for me too.
Oh. Define long night.
Long night.
Shut up, Walrus!
Seriously, did something happen?
Long night as in trying to get everyone to remember that we actually did call a meeting and it wasn't just a joke I told or something like that. A lot of people found it hard to believe for some reason.
Well, it's not to be that guy, but I'm getting the impression that people generally don't question the authority here.
Right, so, I'm glad you know that. I'm glad you know not to piss off the council. That's going to be helpful when you talk to him.
Or the Queen, for that matter.
Or the Queen, yeah. Don't worry, I don't think she's gonna show. She, apparently she's busy today.
Letting people into squishes.
Well, if that's the case, then we can at least be semi-rude. No, passive-aggressive rude. That's fine. But like in a moderated sense.
Trevlon,
that they probably won't detect.
Trevlon, no. That's an awful idea.
Kailani just looks horrified.
Alright, fine, I won't say anything rude. I'll be as polite as a schoolboy. Wait a minute, I'll retract that. I'll be polite as, not a schoolboy.
Great. Kailani's like, right, well, unless you have any other business in town, I'll lead you to the council chambers, and, should be quick and easy. I'll just explain the situation, explain why we need to get to the rig, and then we get permission. Bada bing, bada boom, it's easy.
While we're walking, I go up to Corellian and I just apologize, saying like, I'm very sorry for tackling you. I got this vision of you and going in the house and the house is poor, and then you taking all the food and just throwing it away, and
It's fine. I appreciate it. I was obviously in my incorrect mind. I mean, I had to do the same to Trevlon in the academy, so don't worry about it, yeah?
I'm really sorry if I hurt you at all.
Nah. I'm not exactly a delicate waif of any sort. You're not gonna hurt me.
All right.
Can I? Oh, yep. You go first, Scott.
Oh, I mean, I was just going to say that we all make mistakes. It happens to the best of us. I mean, I would like to think so. I just sort of flash Momo a bright smile.
I mean, Momo did the exact right thing, so not
Wait,
really a
what?
mistake.
Wait, what?
Trevlon, wait, what is happening? What is happening?
What is happening?
What is happening?
What do you mean, what is happening?
I don't know what's happening, but I'm gonna shoot a message to Momo. Real quick.
All right.
So I point a finger to Momo, and I say, if you get the opportunity, you might feel better if you tell Thav the truth. And upon saying that, I sort of give Momo a sort of like raised eyebrow and a sort of like, should do it.
Use all this pressure on Little Bird.
So much pressure.
Momo sighs.
Little
and
bird
just,
has to grow up.
Little bird needs to grow up. That's right. Oh, my baby's growing. I feel like such a parent.
All right.
Welcome to D&D characters.
Momo just sighs and says, Thavagoth, he, like, leaps onto his shoulder and says,
Yes, Little Bird?
when we get the chance, would it be alright if I talk to you in private?
Of course.
Thank you. There's something I need to tell you.
Do we have the opportunity to just step aside for a second, or?
I mean, you can step aside, but that will trigger another card draw.
Ooh. Ooh.
Who is it this time?
It's Phil. It's Thavagoth.
It's Phil.
Tasty. Hold on. This
We're
needs to be a
affecting you in
betrayal.
real life now.
God. Okay, if this is the betrayal card, I'm gonna shit myself.
It can't be the betrayal card. We already had the betrayal card.
Thav will shit.
All right. That is the Foreign Trader.
Ooh woo.
Ooh.
Ooh woo.
Is that an word?
Eewee.
All right. You peel off to go have a private conversation, and as you do, you feel 4 bonks on the head, and you look down, and there are 4 blue gems at your feet.
Ooh.
That was okay. I picked them up.
You pick them up.
Momo's like twisting, like grabbed his cape, or no, he grabbed his tail feathers and he's just like twisting them in his hands. And he's just, so last night, I'm not sure if you remember, but I did something very bad and I don't think I'll be able to forgive myself for it.
What was that?
Something came over me last night while you were intoxicated, and I got these 2 very, bad drinks, and they weren't poison, but it was a lot of alcohol, and I gave them to you and I lied, saying that they would help you sleep, and in a way they did, but, oh, that sounded bad. But, yeah, I could have killed you, and I'm very sorry.
Thavagoth steps forward, so it's like towering over Momo in like a really, what's the word I'm looking for? Threatening and overbearing kind of way. Like the whole anime style where the face is entirely black.
Oh my gosh, Momo's like cowering internally and screaming, just.
Momo. Thank you for telling me the truth. And then
Friendship!
Then brings him in.
Again?
Then just brings him in for like a big huge hug and say, "It's okay. I forgive you."
Ow! Oh god, I hit myself.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
but I don't deserve your forgiveness, and I just he starts like tearing up and starts crying and out of guilt, and he just feels so bad.
Or you told me the truth. That's the important bit. It's all that matters.
I am so sorry.
Shh, little Barb, it is okay. Just grab the Barb and chuck him onto the shoulders. Come on, let's go.
Great.
Presumably we see Thav and Burp come back in sort of high-ish spirits.
Oh yeah.
That Trevlon gives 2 real big thumbs up and gives a big old smile to Momo.
Momo gives like a shaky bird hand and just thumbs up.
Malifane just has this confused look on his face, but smiles nonetheless.
Thav actually goes over to Corellian, says, "The little scaly thing. You like shiny rocks, yes? You like jewels?"
My name is Corellian Thabagath, and yes, I appreciate them.
Cool. I found these. You want them?
Sure.
And cool. There you go.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
I forgot what is it that I got just for
4 blue gems. You've not identified them.
4 blue gems. Well, there you go.
The Chaos Emeralds.
Oh shit!
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
I'm assuming you mean you have the Chaos Emeralds because I have one right here. Chaos Control.
The madman. He's actually done it.
How dare you enter my Christian stream?
Thanks, Obama.
All right.
Abunga.
So I'm assuming you don't have anything else to do before you go to the council chamber.
Don't think so.
Great. You enter this huge crystalline building, and you enter what's basically a temple with this ring in the middle of a pool of water. Like, there's water on the outside, water on the inside, and a couple of raised platforms. And, like, there are 4 pillars on the edges of the ring, and a central ring in the center. Obviously, there's a central ring in the center. On top of the pillars are sitting 4 Merrow in, like, reasonably fancy dress. And in the center, there's a pretty tall female Merrow in priestess's garb, who's, like, looking down her nose at you all as you enter.
Yikes.
Ooh, woo.
I'll take my cues from Kyla and basically what he does.
All right. Kailani just enters like it ain't no thing. Says, "Well, good morning, everybody. Hope this will be a pleasant meeting." And the priest in the center says, "Get to your position, Kailani." And Kailani just nods, smile never leaving his face, and kind of like motions with his head. "Follow me, please, please."
Follow.
All right.
I'm gonna follow.
Boys pray.
Kailani heads for this raised platform on the western side of the council chambers. As you approach, the back right Merrow looks closer and grumbles to herself upon seeing Corellian pass by.
Oh no.
Racism.
Delicious!
I'm just going to discreetly switch places with Trevelyan and just kind of take him by the shoulder and just move in.
There.
Trevelyan confusedly and slightly nervously shuffles forward and not entirely sure what to do.
Great.
Now that he's at the front.
All right. So, Kailani is like, "Ladies and gentlemen of the council, I give you my hearty thanks for allowing us in your presence. If I may have the pleasure of introducing you to my humble guests." The priestess just nods curtly. "Right." He starts pointing, going clockwise from top left around the room. "We have here Mizuko, finest jeweler and crystal smith in all the city of Shimmering Lights." Then, top right. "Lycan, fishmonger and the best catcher of fish and provider of food that the city's ever seen." He goes to the lower right. "Doriana, general of the Merrow, unparalleled in her military beauty and grace." Then on the lower left, "Trenton, construction worker, helped build that rig we're all here to talk about." And then he gestures to the center. "And last but not least, Gwynnimere, the high priestess. Who could ever find words that could describe your..." He looks away and then looks back. "You're all of you." And Gwynnimere just gives a quick smirk. Now that all of us are gathered here," and Gwynnimere, like, slams the butt end of a trident against the floor, and Kailani is silent. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt," she said. "But I wanted to correct you. You see, not all of us are here, Kailani. Or did you so quickly forget
that the Council of Scylla requires 6 of us. Kailani's eyes widen. Priestess starts chanting and throws her trident into the water. And there's silence before ripples start forming on the inner ring of the water.
Oh no.
And you watch.
It's like a waste of a trident.
Yeah. And you watch as. I get. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah. You watch as this massive wave bursts from the center, displaced by a gigantic merfolk. Like.
Fuck. Oh shit.
Bursts through the water, soaking the ring around you. Yeah. And then, like, water just splashes everywhere, and she looks down with piercing green eyes, and then kind of leans on the central ring, a little bit bored, looking away from you. And you all instinctively get the feeling you're face to face with the queen.
No, she's hot!
Yeah. Ooh, woo, I love her!
Yeah.
Dang.
God. Damn, I love mer people.
Me too, man!
Kailani just stares and starts stammering, like, well, it's very nice to, well, I mean, yes, and, so, seeing Kailani just completely flustered and out of his game, Gwynimir turns and says, now then, I believe you all were going to persuade us to let you onto the rig. And that is where we will end the session.
Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding me!
What?
I'm not.
It's only been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Alex, come on!
I have an early morning flight at 5:30, and I need to get this encoded and uploaded tonight.
Just want to say, Trevelyan has now got a lot, like, you know how you gain experience occasionally when you're playing this game? Nah. You gain bags on the eyes. Like 8 of them. 8,000 of them.
Yeah.
Also, internally, Momo, like, as soon as she comes up, all Momo thinks is, fuck.
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 Instinctively, Malefin thinks, fuck.
Fuck.
Instinctively, Trevelyan thinks, oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe.
We all, at the same time, think, fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, basically.
All of you are now thinking fuck as you are face to face with the Council of Merfolk, and your guide is now completely out of his element.
I'm a little.
I thought you were gonna kill him. I thought you were gonna turn him into the squish. I was gonna be so mad.
I'm a little out of my depth.
Welcome to my magical realm.
Got you, boy. The orange one, Captain Planet, and dear
I
God.
love you so much.
Heart!
It's beautiful.
Freaking Captain Planet!
We will see you all on the next episode of Fallen Empires, because I will be back from my trip by Tuesday.
Yay! I'm so ready.
Bye,
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Kill me.
Don't turn into jelly.